Hold up. I am going to bat the crap out of my cat. Cat gets pats because cat gets on the pats and the cat gets the pats on the pat. You are the cat. You pats and all the fucking fur. Can you stop getting fur everywhere? Nope, you get fur everywhere, you lose tail. See? Nope, now I've got control of your tail. Anyway, audio is coming through. Hello, my name is welcome to part 3 of Jade Empire, where we are moving on to... as the name suggests, Tien's Landing.
I don't think we're alone. Something does not rest easy.
Oh, I also didn't mention that I thought you got 2 followers that accompany you. No, you only got 1, which kind of sucks.
Longsword! Leaping tight!
Well, speaking of, I haven't shown off this. As you can see, is icy skill. Honestly, it's not that impressive as a counter stand. Our smash! Our do smash do. Really, dude? You can only block for so long. Stabby, slash. Get that right.
You fell from the sky, but despite the maddened spirits here, you will benefit. A spirit monk was here long ago, fleeing the destruction that orphaned you. He carried a piece of your amulet. It was separated, broken apart, so your enemies could not find it easily. You have the first piece. It trains your abilities now. The second piece fell here with its minder, hidden until waters receded. A guardian protects it, waiting to test and serve you. The third piece awaits discovery in a distant lair. These 3 pieces are physical, but there is one more. It cannot be found, only earned. This final piece is all that will save you in the end.
Easy there. You fell flat on your face after the fight. Are you prone to that sort of thing?
I mean, you fought with me quite a bit. You should know that's not the case.
Your master taught you some interesting things. Come on, we need to move our camp somewhere that no ghosts attack. I know a clearing just outside of Tien's Landing where we can set up camp. The flyer will be safe enough if we leave it here. It's not going to get any worse, that's for certain. Just cross the bridge and head south. Let's get going.
I am the man that damages the blocks that descend upon me from upon high. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. If you haven't heard that song, just join him. Dio's recommendation, which I think is the entire history of the Soviet Union to the Tetris theme. Pretty fun and kind of goofy. Oh, can you not? Oh, can you stop wheezing me? Just... okay, yeah, that worked. Quite literally just freeze lock me in place.
I don't think we're alone. Something does not rest
Longsword!
easy.
Leaping Titan!
So, a little backstory about today's stream. First, I was going to do Resident Evil 0. Like, yeah, it's about time I started on the Resident Evil series. I was just like, oh, got the Final
You
Fantasy
fell from the
10.
sky, but despite the maddened spirits
I was just
here,
like,
you will benefit.
get it.
A spirit monk
No,
was here
I
long
literally
ago,
had Final
fleeing
Fantasy
the
10 loaded up.
destruction that orphaned you.
I was like,
Easy
scored
there.
Jade
You fell
Empire.
flat on your face after the fight.
Knocked that
Are you
relatively quickly. So, yeah. Playing Jade Empire, because why not? Okay, let's avoid getting locked into place here by this arsehole. Never mind, they all freeze. Okay, is this just a troll fight or what? Sounds 2-1-2. Blue to take care of the third one. Assholes. God, that was such just a dick fight, wasn't it? Yeah, I think spirit funds heal health, don't they? Yeah, they do. If I'm not... Yeah. Okay, so... that is one of the 3 paths we can go. There are 3 distinct paths in Tien's Landing. The dam, the hideout, and... dam... hideout in the forest. That's it. Just trying to remember the freaking last one though. You were meant to do Star Wars. I'll do it this morning. Kinda wanna try to hold off doing too many new games. But I'll either... for now, I'm gonna focus on Jade Empire. Jade Empire is going to be my main focus, and well, not terribly long. It isn't, oh my god, impossible to do. And here's where we meet Silk Fox.
Stop where you are! Death's Hand should know better than to send his minions out alone. It is clear that you are one of his hirelings, or perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding pirates. You will pay for the crimes you have committed. Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you lead the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you.
I mean, you're not that easy, but at the same time,
Enough!
The way you move seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous, and Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. Death's Hand may be our common foe, but the enemy of my enemy is not necessarily my friend. You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand, but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. Your honor sends you toward peril, but you do not flinch from it. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial City. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
I was like, I just randomly freeze that. We can't destroy that one. Good to know.
Make your way.
Okay, you have nothing to say about the random lady that just attacked us. Good to know, good to know. Your input, as always, is appreciated, Sakashisu. Like, why would you... I mean, I get that it's a fishing type area, but you really need to just have, like, you fish on a
This
rock.
area is off limits. Intruders will be executed. Do not whine to me, peasant. We have orders from Death's Hand himself. All intruders die.
Wait, stop! I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy. I'm not even a soldier. Even though I wear this uniform, I'm no soldier. My name is Chen Yi. I'm just a simple peasant from the town of One Stone. These soldiers passed through my village a few weeks ago. One of them angered the Lotus assassin who was in charge, and the assassin killed him. As I was coming back in from the fields, they grabbed me to fill his place. They put this uniform on me, bloodstains and all, and told me I was in the army. I will do my best, but I don't know anything. The Lotus assassins just told us to guard the gate while they searched the ruins. That's all, I swear. I don't know, I was here on the far side of the gate, and the gate itself is locked. Only the Lotus assassins themselves are allowed into the ruins. They are evil, pure evil. They forced me to serve them. They would have killed me if I disobeyed. I had no choice but to guard this door while they searched the ruins. Of course, Great One. I will return to my village and lead an upright life of farming and praying. Thank you for sparing me. Thank you.
Really no reason specifically to kill him. Such a dick. Boing. So that's why you always want to have good focus while opening stuff. Because stuff explodes. And yeah, we can't get in there just yet, but we will eventually. Those are really... like, who just stores 2 silver? It's like, yep. 2 silver. May as well store it.
There you are. I'm sorry, I didn't want to wait back there any longer. I don't think anything will hurt the flyer. It's plenty hurt already. I found this gem in the wreckage. I'm not sure what it was attached to, but I'm sure you can use it for something.
Now that we're here, we should see if anyone knows anything about flyers. Maybe whoever's in charge of the town can help us get underway again.
Unless you need me, I will stay here at this new camp. It seems safe enough, and it may as well serve as a base for us.
God damn it. Stupid fucking laptop. But I thought my laptop was being stupid. And yeah, okay, that's not obvious.
I can't believe Two Rivers is gone. It was home. The people there were the only family I've known. And now, they're all gone.
I understand, Dawnstar, but the path you are on may lead to even darker places. You must prepare yourself.
I don't want to think like that. We will set things right. We have to.
Returning your friends was never an option, but there are a great many more things that you can lose.
This is just where our followers go. Not really too impressive. I mean, can't tell we didn't have a base in the lost area, so I guess it's a step up.
Nara earphonia wonu kanawa ofa ear kanawa wonu.
Mother and I are getting out of this town. If you have any sense, you'll do the same.
Upwakwak wo sosonia sona phonia sisa ear nawakok. Sisa ear ifok woso no koso ear ya. Sa ear kanoa fwanu ear.
It's sure to be more exciting than this dead place.
Koni o kio ear kawa ear wo kawa ear. Watita osia kwanif nipawir. Pierre uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawer sumpuno ko suir toerok. Ukier neko sise sayer wosayer nifuyer. Sisayer ifok woso no koso ayer ya. Sayer kanoa fwaranuer. Uyower apafawayer sisiyer sisi tok. Woyer wakwak finier sier. Wowotawa kupia kawia nakawia ipduki.
The pirates are Gao the Greater's men. He has holdings near here, and access to quite a lot of flyers, as you've seen.
Pier uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawer sumpuno ko suir toerok. Sisayer ifo oso no koso ayer ya. Sayer kanoa faranuer. Pawoyer astir wo sayer ifasaya wa kawishir. Noni wo sayer tar wo wir ikmisaro kunkna. Wo yo wir apafawa yer CCR CC to talk. Wo yer walk finir seer. Koni okyo wir kawa yer wo kawa yer watita osia kwanif mipawier.
Little do they know, if they actually stayed, the whole place will be bloody fixed.
Out of our way, woman. In this town, we don't step aside for you. You step aside for us.
The peasants of this village may cower before you, but I do not. If you are smart, you will apologize for your behavior and walk away.
Don't tell me what to do. You think I won't hit a woman? You have to learn your place. This whole town has to learn its place. What are you looking at? This doesn't concern you. Time to teach you all a lesson.
Longsword!
Hui, what are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui. Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier, and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her. She's safe. That's all you need to know. She doesn't concern you. Besides, we don't have time to worry about something that happened almost 20 years ago.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the shallow river that holds them here. There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Zhu mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young woman, what is your master's name? I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you, his protege, came seeking information.
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The glorious strategist was certain the path to the Imperial City would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information to you. You must be ready. I served under Sun Li and was one of a few soldiers he trusted enough to contact after Dirge fell. Li knew the events there would have great consequences. He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. It was madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted. Has any mortal ever shown such arrogance?
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Each facet of existence is managed by a specialized attendant. Most appear to have little influence, but some, like the water dragon, have a portfolio that grants exceptional status. She was said to have governance over the Great Wheel. She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth for his empire at the cost of the natural order. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price. Few people know what happened. Dirge is a remote temple located high in the mountains. There were no worshippers save for the spirit monks themselves. The emperor covered up his terrible crime, and the people didn't really care. All that mattered was that the drought was over. The Great Wheel is a way to envision the cycle of rebirth. I believe that when something dies, it is reborn as something else, after some form of assessment, of course. The celestial bureaucracy is said to govern the heavens. Just as cities have minor officials, existence is delegated across many entities, some more grand than others. Or so some choose to believe. It is probably better explained by a philosopher. I know as much as any person that has seen their share of death. Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price of his rebellion. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed.
Executed? Murdered? The Lotus assassins were to cut them down. A mother and newborn child. I have no doubt that order came from Death's Hand himself.
He probably didn't think his family would be harmed, but even had he known, he might still have saved you. Li knows you have a destiny to fulfill. You're the last of your kind. The natural order has been disrupted. There is much to say, but first I was instructed to impart some very specific knowledge. Your master was very clear. It is time to continue your training, and I am honored to add to the basics that Sun Li instilled. A brief description should reinforce the style you saw me use. Everything I say is at the behest of your master. These lessons were withheld so you would be ready for the attention they will bring. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.
Please excuse me. I know I shouldn't be crying in public like this, but I just can't help it. Please, I'm just a humble woman. My name is Seamstress Lawn, and I have a problem I don't know how to solve. I thought you could help, but I was afraid to speak to you. It's my fiancé, Baker Bay. Every day a group of thugs attacks him and beats him up. He tries to avoid them, but they find him wherever he goes. The beatings are getting worse. I'm terrified they're going to kill him. After I saw you take on those sailors, I thought, well... But there isn't! My poor Bay has done nothing to these men. They attack him for no reason at all. Please, you have to help him. I beg you. I knew you'd understand being a woman. Thank you, my lady. If our firstborn is a girl, she shall have your name. Bay is down at Baker's Pier right now in the southeast corner of town. If you hurry, you can probably get there before the thugs attack him today.
I could hurry, or could just run around. And wonder why someone would put 4 silver in a casket. I mean, at least it's better than 2 silver, I suppose. But still, you gotta be pretty damn cheap to store 4 bloody silver.
Good, you're here. We can continue where we left off before.
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting. I'm surprised you're this eager to get another beating so soon.
This time we brought some friends to even up the odds.
Longsword!
Truly, so impressive. Let's see where all that impressiveness is about to go. The guy was just an angry tea drunk.
Keeping tight.
Zoo, could you like not keep dying? Yeah, this is an angry tea guy. I think I tried that before, but yeah, you don't level up in battle. This isn't Pokemon. Step, step, stab. Step, step, stab. Flying stab. Oh yeah, you really even up the odds there.
Top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors won't bother us again. We can get back to business. Sun Li gave me instructions to await you if anything should happen. I have prepared for this day for well over a decade. The full extent of what the glorious strategist knows is beyond my mind to comprehend. He is without peer. All I know is that I had instructions to wait for you. Sun Li asked me to seek a piece of a special amulet he wanted you, his prize pupil, to have. It was broken apart and scattered when the Spirit Monk Temple fell. He intended to, and I assume he did, give the main piece to you. Rumor placed a smaller part with a fleeing apprentice monk, but it had been some years and the trail was cold. We learned the monk had fled to Old Tien's landing. He was there a year or so, lingering injuries, and was buried unsorted. It was rushed at the time because the new dam was due to close and Old Tien's would become a watery tomb. The am to reach, so I came. Now the Lotus assassins have drained the lake and exposed the ruins of Old Tien's Landing. It seems they are searching for this piece of the Spirit Monk amulet too. Yes, Sun Li intended you to find it. I was to tell you about it if anything happened to him. It was the last order he gave me, and I have waited years to fulfill my duty. I choose to believe that my service was valuable and vital. You would have come here eventually. The amulet would draw you at least. Remember, go to the ruins and claim the amulet before the Lotus assassins do. You will need it to survive the trials that lie ahead.
We could do that, or we could attempt to head outside and heal up. I feel like heading outside and healing would probably come in handy. That works. Apparently, just leaving and re-entering. Right, so we don't need to. So I've got a bit of hair in my mouth. It's so annoying when you get the hair in your mouth just randomly.
Hello, greetings, welcome. My name is Steeper Yanru, and I'll be... No, that's not right at all. Idiot! I'm Barkeep Yanru now, not Steeper Yanru. I'm sorry about that. I still can't get the hang of this new position. Sometimes I wish Old Mother Quan still owned the tea house so things could go back to the way they were. Old Mother Quan used to run the place until Dutong bought it. Well, buy isn't quite right. It's complicated. Talk to Mother Quan if you want the whole story. I used to steep the tea here. They called me Steeper Yanru. But now Dutong says I'm going to be the new barkeep. I'll have to give out advice and wine in equal doses. I can't say too much about him. He's my boss, after all. Mostly, he just sits in the corner and drinks his wine until he gets drunk. It's a shame Mother Quan had to give the place up. She didn't waste her days getting drunk, and she didn't make me practice giving out advice all day so I could become a barkeep. It's complicated. If you want the whole story, talk to Old Mother Quan. I'll just keep practicing my advice. Farewell. Take care. If you ever need any advice, I'll be right here.
Hello, young one. My name is Quan, but everyone calls me Old Mother Quan. I'd like you to call me that too, okay? Welcome to my tea house. Oh, that's not right. No, not anymore. Sorry about the confusion, dearie. What I meant to say was, welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. Yes, I owned the tea house for many, many years. At least I thought I did. But then Master Dutong came to town with that imperial writ. Oh my, wasn't that a shock? Turns out his family owns this land. They have for hundreds of years. The land is his along with everything on it, so now he owns my tea house too. He was nice enough to let me stay on here as a helper. I steep the tea. Yanwan takes the orders, and Master Dutong, well, he mostly just drinks his wine. Now, why would I do such a thing? I can't even imagine anyone being so horrible they'd forge an imperial writ. No, I'm sure the land belongs to Master Dutong. No one knew. This was just an empty patch of rock for hundreds of years. Who would have thought the Empire had deeded it to anyone? But Master Dutong came along with his writ. No, of course not, dearie. I didn't mean to trouble you. There's nothing you could do anyway. Master Dutong owns the land. He has an imperial writ that says so. All this talk is just the rambling of an old woman. Put it out of your head and enjoy yourself. It may not be mine anymore, but this is still a fine tea house.
There we go.
Hello again, a salutatorious greeting and welcome. I'm gonna be the best barkeep in Tien's Landing, as soon as Three Sheets Dutong turns this place into it. I would rather have kept my old job, but Dutong's in charge now. He says I have to practice. That Imperial writ has caused us no amount of grief. Mother Quan lost her tea house. Waitress Yanwan is busier than ever, and I spend all day giving out foolish advice. Mother Quan saw it, though her eyes aren't too good. Bother to give it a look since hardly anyone in the town can read anyway. What? You mean it wasn't real? That means Mother Quan should still own the tea house. Problem is, Dutong's already shown everyone the writ, and now he's got it locked away. If you're right, he'd never bring it out again. There's no way to prove he cheated Mother Quan. That might work. It would probably help if you get him drunk first. That's something I can help you with. Dutong's always having me send over wine. Usually I mix it with water so he doesn't get too drunk too fast, but I could start sending it to him unmixed. It won't be quite that easy. I've watched Dutong for quite a while, and when he's drinking, he usually goes through 3 stages of drunkenness. Dutong gets very friendly when he starts to drink. You might get a confession out of him then, but I doubt it. He's not really all that drunk at that stage. Usually after about 7 bowls, he slips into depression and sorrow. He complains about how his life is worthless and what a bad and sinful man he is. Not a pretty sight. By the 9th glass, he starts to get paranoid. You can't really talk to him then. Usually around that time, I try to slip a restorative potion into his glass to sober him up. The guard gave me a few vials so I could slip them into Dutong's wine when he starts to get paranoid. Keeps him from getting out of hand. No problem. We have 2 sorts of wine here. Peasant's wine and Imperial seasoned spirits. The peasant's wine is pretty weak, but that's usually what Dutong drinks. The Imperial seasoned spirits are a lot stronger. 1 bowl of that is worth 3 bowls of peasant's wine. And if Dutong gets too drunk, I have the restorative to sober him up. 1 drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good. Go speak to Dutong. We'll get him to admit he's a cheat and a sneak. Then old Mother Quan will be back in charge, and I won't ever have to give out another bit of bad advice.
I'm going to save here just for the simple fact that I've got no idea what I'm.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Master Dutong's tea house. What can I
Let's just do this.
my friend? The writ? Why waste time on such a dry and boring subject, my friend? Can't you see the drink is flowing? Look at how busy my tea house is. Isn't it glorious? Put the writ out of your mind and join the party. Mingle. Enjoy yourself. Everybody should have a good time at Master Dutong's tea house.
Yeah, so we need it to be 7.
One drink for Master Dutong coming up. Anything else I can do for you? Good. We'll get him to admit he's a...
What do you want? You come to mock me? Come to laugh at the tragedy that is the life of Three Sheets Dutong? No, not the writ. Let's not talk about that. It's my secret shame. It's the thought of that writ brings tears to my eyes. It tears at my poor, miserable soul. No, please, just leave me alone. I'm a bad man. Bad.
Balance it. Again, we don't really need to do that. So intimidation is our highest, which is interesting. Does that change anything? So we'll use intuition.
What are you? No. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Confess my sins. Then I'll feel better. Oh, I'm a despicable person. A bad, bad man. The writ, it's a fake. A forgery. I made it all up!
Buzz, what are you saying? I better sober you up.
God, oh, God! Oh, I hate that restorative potion. Oh! That stuff tastes like vomit baked in a glaze of goat hair and garnished with a sprinkling of horse dung. And now I have the strangest memory, as if I... Oh no. Did I say anything to you, stranger? Anything about, oh, I don't know, an imperial writ?
I heard what you said, Dutong. I knew you cheated Mother Quan out of this place, and now we have proof. You can't get out of this now.
Ah, I see what you're after. Oh yes, Three Sheets Dutong was not born yesterday, nor the day before that. Indeed, we are speaking the language of commerce. I will give you a great deal of silver to keep this little secret from getting out. Lots of silver for both of you, if you keep quiet about this.
I don't know, Dutong. I could really use the silver, but Mother Quan is such a nice old lady, I'm just not sure what to do. Right, of course. What was I thinking? Old Mother Quan's a good woman. She deserves to have her tea house back.
Boss, people aren't gonna like us when they find out what you did. Maybe we should get out of here.
That's the smartest thing you've said since I hired you. Let's go.
Well done. It'll be nice to have old Mother back in charge again. You should tell Mother Quan she got her tea house back. Now things can go back to the way they were.
And dearie, I hope... a forgery, are you certain? That scoundrel! No wonder he left here so fast. Cheating an old woman out of her hard-earned living. The very nerve. People, listen to me. Master Dutong has left. This brave young lady exposed him for the fraud that he was. The tea house is mine again.
Hooray for Mother Quan! Her tea house is back in business!
You've given me back the only thing I ever cared about. And you've done a service for this town, too. I'm going to turn this place back into a respectable quality tea house. I don't have much. The only reward I can offer is my humble thanks. That and a promise that you will always be welcome here at Old Mother Quan's.
I get a nice bit of XP. No money, but XP, always good. So there's one more quest. Actually, there are a couple extra quests here specifically. There's one more that we can do.
Everything is right again. Thank you for putting Old Mother Quan back in charge.
You bringing me a drink? No. Then go away.
Here.
Leave Zhang alone.
Zhang, you can't stay up here forever. This isn't your home. You need to come back with me to the farm.
No. Zhang not want to go home. Zhang doesn't want to see Ox.
It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I need you back at the farm. Now let's go, Zhang.
No! Leave Zhang alone, or Zhang get angry and smash things!
No. Please don't, Zhang. I'll just go over here and leave you alone. What? Oh, hello there. Don't let Zhang bother you. He's really quite harmless. He's just a little upset right now. I am Dongping, Zhang's employer. Zhang works on my farm, but the other day he accidentally killed one of my oxen, and since then he has refused to come back. Some of the patrons here are unnerved by his size. I'm worried that if he doesn't leave with me soon, the owners may take matters into their own hands. If he gets hurt, or worse, I'll be ruined. I can't run the farm without him, but I don't know what else to do. He won't listen to me. You will? I must warn you. Zhang is, well, he's very strong-willed and very strong. I am grateful for your help, but please, be careful. Zhang the ox carrier came by his name honestly. I would hate to see him hurt you, or anybody else for that matter. Speak softly to him, and you should be okay.
Go away! Zhang not want to speak to you. Zhang kill Ox. Zhang too strong, too rough with Ox. Zhang not want to hurt Ox. Zhang only playing. Now Zhang cries for Ox. Ox like to play with Zhang. Ox like it when Zhang throw her in the air and catch her. Zhang missed. Zhang dropped Ox on her head. Ox is dead. Ox was Zhang's friend. Zhang killed a friend and now Zhang is bad. Master have other Ox. Master won't starve. Master better off without Zhang. Zhang is lonely. Ox must be lonely too. Maybe Ox will forgive Zhang and we be friends again. I will go and see. You have been nice to Zhang. Zhang like you. Zhang hope you have good day.
Thank you so much. I was at my wit's end. You've done me a great service today. Come, Zhang. Let's go home.
Zhang coming. Zhang go home now.
Thank you for convincing that poor ogre to leave. Such a sad story, really. He certainly seemed harmless enough, but the customers were leery of him. Here, this is a little something to thank you for your help.
Ah yes, you don't have anything to thank me for getting your tea house back, but you do when I get rid of okay. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Ah, yes. Good.
Wokuketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wonofatasea. Niwupa ia kupusa ia awat kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat shatia uko. Piat shatia kraka ia nano uksaro wo nofatasea. Wasrafno sositu noko ota napia ifaria ok. Voso awi ani tu uksumpuno. Pia shatia kraka ea nano uksaro o nofatasia. Wasrafno sositu noko ota napia ifaria ok. Kutkosi wiwa ya wo nova ya ifaria oka wikino. Wonoa ea sususatia son sifonia sonsi ifo. Niwupa ea kupusa ea Elworth kraka ea nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napia shatia. Wonoa ea sususatia son sifonia sonsi ifo.
Let's go with... We'll just go down the line. So, Constitution
Wowo
first.
ea kukwania sinia ia. Pia shatia kraka ea noko wo ifawia ok. Kun one wipifia.
Honestly, the first one doesn't sound like it'd be that horrible, but... T...
Kutkosi wiwa ya wo nova ya ifawia oka wikino. Wasrafno sositu noko ota napia ifaria ok. Wo kuketita sumpono, sukokot awokatia, wo nofatasia. Niwu sosawa ea wak, tasi no ni nano yota napia ifaria ok. Kutkosi wiwa ya wo nova ya ifawia oka wikino. Tofaria wo sa ya. Wo koko kapikita wo sa ya sawa. Oknikofia apania sasa tatasi no ni nano yok yowia sonsi ya wo yowia. Piershat uk ni uksa ya sunpuno kahon wo. Wo kupketita sunpuno sukokot ap. Ya. Wo ya kukwania sinya ya. Ika kahia wo no kakike ya wo shathia o ni wo so. Noko wo ifawia o kun one wipifia. Voso awi ni tu wo uksumpun. Uktatsa ya oka yowe ya fonia sisa ya trusta pafawe ya towia.
And yeah, as you can see, that did kind of mess us up. Quite a bit, but not too much. And let's see, we got the bronze tongue. So we will get rid of... I mean, that just kind of... How we managed to prepare all that, I have no idea. That specifically just looks like dried meat. But...
Look at these town folk. That waitress is a fine-looking wench, ain't she?
I may be drunk, but that doesn't mean I am a drunk, because I'm not. Well, just a little bit. But I'm brave, too. I'm going to go close the Great Dam and save the town. I'll be a hero. That'll show them. Well, that'll show them all. I just need another...
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looking for other people to close the dam, and you'll look a fool after all your boasts.
So we need that guy eventually, but I thought I could just kind of cut it now. I think we're done here. So now we go this way.
You're a stranger here, aren't you? I know everyone in Tien's Landing, and I've never seen you before. I would remember you. You should turn right around and leave this town. Trust... Everything in Tien's Landing is falling apart. Shang, the local... You don't know? The Great Dam has been opened, and now the river's level has dropped. It's too low and fast to navigate without... The merchants can't buy goods from the Imperial City. The traders can't sell to the outside world. The men cannot fish. And if that wasn't bad enough, we have the pirates to worry about too. They've been raiding the countryside, taking prisoners to sell into slavery. Take care of your...
Okay, I thought she was actually going to say something kind of quest related, but apparently not. For a future quest. Oh. So, we're going to open up the dam. But this area, specifically over here, can only be accessed if the dam is closed. And is there not anything? Ah, we got this. I was like, I could have sworn there was something over there. Yeah, it really wasn't worth that much, but oh well. Next up, I thought that was something important. Turns out it was just two people kind of fused into one. Next up, we need to go in there, but first we need to go down along here.
Hey, Baker Bay. How are you today?
Go away! I told you I want no part of this. Tell Eiling to leave me alone.
If you want to tell Eiling something, go tell her yourself. In the meantime, we have our orders. Nothing personal. It's a little personal with me. Like sticking your face in the gutter. Hold on a sec. We've got company. You're a little too interested in our business, friend. Looks like we gotta teach you to back off when Eiling's boys are working.
Leaping tiger! Longsword!
There's no need to grind in this game. Pretty much every fight that you can do, you can just do.
Just attack me in broad daylight like that. They might have killed me if you hadn't stepped in. Thank you. I never expected such help from a stranger. You spoke to Lan? How humiliating. My fiancé must have told you I can't protect myself. The woman I love doesn't have faith in me? Oh, the shame. I'll never live this down. Yes, you're right, of course. I suppose I can't fault Lan for being worried about me. I've taken some serious beatings lately. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm just worried about Lan. She's very emotional. I've done my best to try and keep her from becoming involved in this.
Can't take care of yourself. I mean, dude, really? So you were a match for the bandits that have been kicking your ass this entire time. That's good to know. It's very clear that you can't take care of yourself, even without your fiancé telling you this. You really should have just known that.
Those thugs are acting on Eiling's orders. She's the head of their gang. They have a small hideout in the boathouse. Eiling and I were friends when we were children, but we drifted apart as we grew up. She fell in with some rough people, as you've already seen. Ever since I got engaged, Eiling has become obsessed with me. Every day she sends her thugs to beat me up. She says she won't stop until I go talk to her. She's obviously crazy. I've done nothing to her. We haven't even spoken in years. If I go to her hideout to talk to her, I'm afraid that I'll never come out. At least the beatings on the street are out in public. They won't kill me in front of witnesses. Well, not on purpose anyway. Thank you so much. Eiling and her thugs are in the boathouse. Please just ask her to leave me alone. All we want is to live our lives in peace.
This is a pretty simple quest, honestly.
This here's a private club. Members only. Why didn't you say so in the first place? Go on in. They'll unlock the door for you.
I mean, you kind of didn't give me a choice to.
Be careful. Trust no one in this place. We are a long way from your idyllic little village.
Really? I'll give you that idea.
So, I hear you helped out Baker Bay today. Gave my boys a bit of a lesson, didn't you? They took it pretty hard. Even after all the beatings I gave them over the years, they still aren't used to losing to a girl. Maybe the humiliation will be good for them. Everyone thinks that Bay and that little seamstress make such a nice couple. But Bay already promised to marry me. I know what you're thinking. Why would Bay want to marry someone like me? I may not be a delicate little flower like Lon, but I don't want to run this gang forever. Someday I want a husband, maybe a little house, kids too. Bay promised to give me all that. He promised to marry me, and now he's trying to weasel out of it. But a promise is a promise. I won't forget that, even if he tries to. Yeah, okay. If he has the guts to come here and face me, I'll...
Lan, what are you doing here?
I figure we better get all the secrets out, Bay. If Lon's going to marry you, she should know what kind of man you really are.
She said there was something I need to know, Bay. What's going on? What is she talking about? What? Bay, how could you?
I didn't. It's a lie. I haven't spoken to her in years. Not since we were kids.
Don't pretend like you don't remember, Bay. It was summer, and we were sitting on a little raft catching fish. I was upset because Li Shun had called me ugly. I was crying, so you took my hand and said, I think you're pretty, Eiling. And someday when we're grown up, I'll marry you.
What? But That was years ago. We were kids. We were only 6 years old. You can't hold me to that. Kids say all kinds of things, Eileen. Remember when you took my frog and I called you a bully? You swore you'd never speak to me again. But that same day, you gave me the frog back. You said you'd never, ever, ever do anything to make me unhappy. Kids always say things like that. It doesn't mean anything.
It meant something to me, Bay. You were the only boy who didn't tease me, the only one I liked. You promised to marry me, and you're going to keep that promise. Well, yes, I did say that. But that was when we were still friends. Now he pretends like he doesn't even know me. He's changed. Yes, but... well... you're right. I know you're right. Bay's right. We were just kids. I guess I can't hold him to his promise. You win, Lon. Bay is yours.
If I had more, I would gladly give it to you. But my family isn't rich. This dowry is all I have. Please, take it with my thanks.
After all you've done for us, now you are letting Lan keep her dowry as well? Your generosity knows no bounds. I'm overwhelmed.
You've done so much for us, and we've given you so little. Wait, I know. We will name our first child after you to honor your memory.
I'm glad everything worked out for you two, and I'm sorry, Bay. I don't know what came over me. When I heard you and Lon were getting married, I just snapped.
It's okay, Eileen. I hope things work out for you.
Come on, Bay. Let's go.
Before we... okay. Just randomly get stuck in, huh? Seems like a really oh, well, at least I'm not glitched anymore. Seems like a really ineffective place to hide the key to your boathouse. Which, so what? No one else in the town needs to use the boathouse? You just took it over?
Yes?
That was the worst one yet. Who keeps 1 silver? Like 2. I could get 4. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, ow. Health really took a massive hit from that. But specifically just 1 silver. Head up here because if I'm not mistaken we can't come back here. And yeah, okay.
I hope things work out for Bay and Lon. After everything I put them through, they deserve it. I don't know what came over me. It's just... Bay was my last chance to have a family. My only chance to find a husband. When I heard he was engaged, I realized I'd never get out of this life I've created. What respectable man would ever want to marry a girl like me? Even the lummoxes in my gang would only do it because they're afraid of me. This town is short on eligible bachelors as it is. I mean, there are a few guys out there I know of, but none of them would be interested in me. I have a reputation around town, and having my boys beat up Bay didn't help any. Any half-decent man would probably run if they saw me coming. Huh. You really think you can pull this off? Tell you what. You find me a decent husband, and I'll make it worth your while. My, business ventures have been very profitable. But don't think I'm desperate enough to settle for just anyone. I've got my standards. And I'd have to meet him first, of course. Let's see. There's Rue the bosun, but he's nothing but a drunk. My boys have had more than a few run-ins with him over the years. He's definitely out. Schumann the craftsman is single. I don't know him that well, but he seems like a good man. He has a home in the southwest corner of the town. And then there's Yaru. He used to be a sailor traveling the Empire, but now he's looking to settle down. He might be a good catch. Spends most of his time in the tea house. Not living in town, and Tien's Landing doesn't get a lot of visitors. But if you find someone looking for a wife, bring him by so I can check him out. The only reason I was interested in Bay was because I figured he was my only chance of ever finding a husband, and I knew he was a decent guy. It's not like he was the love of my life or anything. He just seemed like a logical choice. There's not a lot of options in this town. Yeah, right. The pickings in Tien's Landing are mighty slim for a girl like me. But if you find someone, just bring him back so I can meet him. And, well, good luck.
Yeah, if it's not painfully obvious, there's only really one person there that actually fits the bill. I mean, we can spend our time literally just dragging people in and out. You've got this guy, this guy. But yeah, he's not a fit anyway, so again, there's only one pretty painfully obvious one that we need to go to. Oh, and in case you don't wonder, I don't know what that means about the river. I mean, it doesn't look that fast, but definitely doesn't look like it's able to support any big ship.
Hello, and welcome to Schumann's Woodcrafts. I'm afraid I don't have any woodwork items ready right now. My inventory's a bit understocked. You are well informed about our little town, stranger. It's true, I've thought about marriage. Sometimes I've even thought a good woman could help me run my business better. Why do you bring this up? Do you know of a suitable young woman who would be willing to marry a simple craftsman like myself? Eileen, the gang leader? She's beautiful, to be sure, but I've heard her beauty is only surpassed by her savage brutality. Why would I want to marry her? Well, she did turn that gang of thugs into a rather efficient criminal organization, and she is quite attractive. I guess it couldn't hurt to go talk to her. Come on, let's go see Eileen. Hello, Eileen. I'm Schumann the craftsman. I'm pleased to meet you.
What's wrong with you? You look like you're gonna throw up. If you vomit on my floor, you'll be cleaning it up yourself.
Forgive me, but this isn't easy. Things are moving quite quickly here. I'm more used to taking things slow and careful. Perhaps it's the nature of being a craftsman.
That's right. You're a woodworker, aren't you? I remember seeing your wares in the market square. You've made some beautiful pieces.
I'm an excellent craftsman, but I'm terrible at business. Between suppliers who don't deliver what they promise and customers who won't pay, I can barely afford to feed myself.
You're a sensitive man, Schumann. You have the gentle soul of an artist. What you need is a woman with some steel in her spine to back you up.
I'd like that, Eileen. I've often thought that if I had someone strong by my side, someone to help me, I could turn things around.
I think Truman and I should spend some more time getting to know each other. Just the two of us. You lived up to your part of the bargain and brought me a decent prospect, so I'll live up to mine. Here's the silver I promised you.
I've never seen so much silver before. I've been owed it, but I never managed to collect.
I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful partnership.
All I can say is, at least we got paid. Or, that could have been the biggest waste of time I participated in.
Yeah, again. Fairly easy quest. It's not like... There's really no quest that is just... damn near takes 10 years to complete. At least so. I mean, the main story quests take a little while.
Hello. You do not need to speak with me. I am just Merchant Xiang's assistant. But for now, I am just an
Okay, we don't need that guy. That guy is going to come into play later, but for now we don't need him.
Hello there,
We need
stranger.
you.
I haven't spotted you around Tien's Landing before. You've come at a bad time, what with the dam being open and all. Regardless, it's good to meet you. I'm Darting Lynx, the acrobat. Unfortunately, I'm not putting any shows on in Tien's Landing, if that's why you're here. You know, feats of balance and precision, delicate routines to shock and amaze. Whatever brings some silver, really. I travel around the countryside putting on acts and sometimes teaching people a few tricks. Hey, now that I think of it, you're a warrior, right? I may not be putting on any shows here, but I could teach you a few techniques to improve your balance and speed if you're interested. At least you'll be easy to teach. I don't know if you've ever tried to teach a man balance, but it's no simple task. You'd think we'd be the ones having a hard time. I swear, if men had breasts, they wouldn't be able to walk straight, let alone hold a handstand. Let's see what I can teach you.
Kinda sexist, but okay. Let's see, so... Let's grab you. You and you. We don't really need that one because we're not really focusing on intuition, but we're not really focusing on that.
Stop right there. I gave you 2 extra duty. Get back to that galley and start cleaning.
We don't have to listen to you, Ing. You're a captain without a ship. She's nothing but a landlocked house now.
I will discover a way to free this ship. Until then, you'd better follow orders.
I've had enough of you and your orders.
Now get back in that ship. I'm your captain, understand?
Well, you're still the captain, for now. But if you don't get us out of this town soon, you're going to have a mutiny on your hands. Then we'll see what's what.
If you've come to complain about my men, I don't want to hear it. When Minister Sheng gets the Great Dam closed, we'll be happy to leave. Until then, we're stuck here. The Great Dam is open, and the lake that feeds into the river is gone. My ship, the Lucky Knight, is stranded here like a lame water buffalo. We're sailors. We don't belong on land. If we could just get our ship back on the water, everything would be fine. But that won't happen until someone finds a way to close the dam. The moment I saw you, I knew you were the fearless sort. I hoped you would offer to help. It shames me to need the help of a stranger.
Must be something in the way you carry yourself. Everywhere we go, people ask you to do dangerous things. Remind me not to go anywhere with you.
I'm not a rich man, but my reputation, my ship, and my men are worth everything I can give. Close the dam and free us, and I'll give you all the silver I have. You won't get too far if you don't speak to Minister Sheng first. The dam is located in the ruins, but a pair of massive gates blocks the way. Only Sheng has the key. Good luck. I'm not used to needing help from others. It's hard for me to say this, but thank you.
Now, before they leave, we want to come here for that and this. May as well rub them blind before we rub them blind. So we need you soon, but not for now. Whereabouts? There is one merchant that we're after. I think they're back here. They're not down that way, because for some reason it... Oh, never mind, I'm stupid. Down here then? Yeah, just that way is a dead end. Ah yeah, we need to head up here.
Pretty.
Wo affaweer sun urk vonir ook. Ook zeer sa feet kup wo sarkier.
Put that sword back, lout! Surely there was never a minister as unlucky as Minister Sheng to suffer such insolence.
Koni onu you tashika wheel fonil satharaponi?
And still poor Minister Sheng suffers the insults of tradesmen who know nothing of justice. Where would I put the lout?
Oh, oopsie. I accidentally skipped part of that.
Koni onu you. Koki yer tatsi. Sun puno onu you seer taikunpa ipanano pier ni wonu. Wo kauso yer no ka wowo tarwael shaxiero fino pifu. Owo sayer u yukap tantarundano wowo tarwayer shathir owo. Wo kauso yer no ka wowo tarwael shaxiero fino pifu. Wo no yer efuir uk sun norgfonier sier sisitu. Satha afsoir uk napier anigir ninpier. Uso sier uthak tarwayer shathir owosu. Wo choir ano uyu, kubkithir soso wawer wakwakir to. Wo kausoir no ka wowo tarwael shaxiero.
And very clearly for that, they go all the way back. The only real problem with this game is
Your move, old goat.
some decent amount of backtracking and running around, but that's essentially it. So pretty much like most games, at least we don't have to just walk around normally. We can actually somewhat speed up.
Finally, someone stronger than these cowed peasants. This town disgusts me. I am Scholar Six Heavens, and I need someone who possesses great strength and skill. What I do not need, however, is someone who walks the way of the open palm. They must protect themselves. You see? Your every action and each word tells... If I can see by your actions that you understand the way of the closed fist, I promise to make it worth your while.
Yeah, some quests are kind of locked behind what path you take, but yeah.
What do you want?
Okay.
Can't you see we're busy drinking here? Gotta wash away our sorrows. Figurine? You mean that clay statue? Pretty little thing. I just borrowed it for a while. I didn't steal it. My ma used to have figurines like that. I ain't seen her in a long time. I really miss her. I just borrowed the figurine to remind me of her. A gift from his ma? Oh, geez, I guess he probably wants it back, huh? Here, take the figurine. Yeah. I don't mean to cause no trouble. I just missed my ma is all. I ain't crying. I just got something in my eye. I gotta go back to the boat now. Come on, boys, let's go.
Oh, I was just like, I don't think there's anything left down here, but apparently 14 silver. Always nice. After we just stole 1,200 silver from the sailors. So... Yeah. They teach 2 different styles. 1 style each. The guy is closed fist, the chick open palmed.
Sun puno onuyu. Wo yakuptir, nishin warwair, akwiwo ofir, san kasowir wo siyutana. Onuyuir napair, wo choir shop.
It is not easy to be Minister Sheng, beset with troubles and doom, and now interrupted by some difficult... Truly, can you not see that I am busy watching my career slide into oblivion? Minister Sheng simply hasn't time for your petty concerns. This backwater pimple of a town lives off of the lake created by the Great Dam. But the Great Dam is open and the lake is dry. The town is dying. Under my supervision. Who cares about that? The Great Dam was opened by... No, I cannot say. It is too dangerous. Unless... Very well, you've convinced me. It was that horrible Inquisitor Lim. Lim oversees the Lotus Assassin operations in this area. A few weeks ago, he came to town and demanded a key to the ruins. Then his men went up there and opened the Great Dam. I didn't want the town to panic, so I kept Lim's presence here a secret. Better the peasants think it was ghosts. A much less terrifying idea. Inquisitor Lim has his assassins searching for something, though what it is I couldn't say. Minister Sheng knows better than to stick his nose in the business of the Lotus Assassins. Some brave soul must travel through the old ruins, which are absolutely not infested with ghosts, and close the Great Dam. The gate to the ruins is locked, but I have a key. I cannot order or even ask someone to go do this. If the Great Dam closes, the ruins will flood. Various assassins and soldiers will be killed. Not good for my career. But if I happen to lose the key and someone happened to find it, the town could be saved and the problem solved without any sanction from me. Think about what? I don't know what you're talking about. So, perhaps I could direct you to the historic ruins of our old town, which lie across the footbridge and out the west gate. Certainly a sight worth taking in. Strictly for interest's sake, of course. Minister Sheng remembers when flyers were reserved for the wealthy elite of the Imperial City. Now pirates use them to raid the countryside. Disgraceful. I suppose in theory you could find a flyer at the pirate camp upriver. In practice, however, I doubt you would find the pirates very accommodating. I suppose Rue the bosun is mad enough to take you if he's drunk. Yes. Rue is surely the only one who would make the trip. And then the pirates would kill you. Yes, yes, go and leave Minister Sheng alone to ponder his troubles. Now go close the great dam, and I never said that.
Alright, so as I mentioned at the somewhat start of this.
Oh, this is bad. River dried.
Life's.
No one cares.
Wosiwania sa ia sakaku usawa ia nu pakpoparo. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Piat shatia kraka ia nano uksaro wo nofatasi ia. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipi. Piat shatia kraka ia nano uksaro wo nofatasi ia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Niwupa ia kupu sa ia awath kraka ia nano uksaro isowak nikano wo napiat Niwu sosawa ia wak tasi noni nano yota napia ifa ia o. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipi fia. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia. Wonoa ea sususatia sonsifonia sonsi ifok. Okniko fia apania sasa tatasi noni nano yok yowia sonsi ia wo yowia. Kutkosi wiwa ia wo nawa ia ifa wia okta wikino.
So we can say that we can help him.
Utatsa ia oka yowe ia fonia sisa ia trusta pafawe ia towia. Noko wo ifawia ok kun one wipifia. Awath utko.
But, of course, we're not going to. Now we want to go in here. I mean, this place has 2 floors.
Rue, I know you keep saying you'll close the Great Dam as soon as you get your courage up, but it's been 3 days. Old Mother Quan is trying to make this place respectable again. You can't stay here. Go close the dam.
No, I'm sorry, young one. Let me buy you a drink. 2 bowls of wine and we'll drink a toast to a better time. Just add it to my tab. I'm good for it.
Rue, I don't have time for this. I have other customers to take care of. You have to leave now.
No, I'm really pretty sure I have to drink now. I need to get my courage up so I can go close the dam. Yeah, just another drink or 2. Or 3. Or maybe 4. Oh, more wine?
You will? Thank the Emperor. I've lots of other work to do.
And who are you? More importantly, do you have any wine handy? Or, can you get some? My help? Nobody asked for my help. They don't even trust me enough to ride on my barge. But I'm not some useless old drunk. I'll show them. That's why I volunteered to go close the Great Dam. You just need a drink or two to get my courage up first. You can't be serious. True, my barge is the only way to get there, but the pirates are dangerous. Believe me, you don't want to go up there. Have some wine instead. Mad is what I am. A real loon. Especially when I've had my fill of wine, like now. Truth is, I'd be happy to take you up to the pirates' camp. If I didn't have more pressing business. I promised to close the dam and save the town. Truth is, I wish I'd never told anyone what I was going to do. I was a bit drunk when I said it, but I can't back out now. Everybody thinks I'm just a worthless drunk. But when I close the dam, they'll think I'm a hero. I just need a few drinks to get my courage up before I go. You mean that, don't you? Well, I may have a bit too much fondness for the wine, but I won't turn my back on someone who needs me. Let's do it! To the pirate lair! I'll make my way down to the little dock where I have my barge and get everything ready. Just meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go. Good, good. I got lots to do before we go. Check the barge, check our supplies, sample the wine. You never want to travel with bad wine.
The wine on this man's breath makes me doubt his words, but the look in his eye tells me he'll be there when we need him.
Remember, meet me at Beggar's Pier in the southeast corner of town when you're ready to go.
Things are so much better now. Only Old Mother knows how to run this place right.
So, back to the 3 things that can be done in this town. 1, we need to head to the dam, either leave it open or shut it. 2, we need to... why is it just stop and run so slow sometimes? 2, we need to head to the pirate landing to get a new airship. And 3, we need to head into the forest to get a wind map. I'm gonna leave it up to a vote. I'll give a few minutes. Which way should we go first? I am honestly saying head to the forest first, simply because I have a title specifically for that area. But I'll leave it up to you. This way? Yep, this way. Also, keep in mind, whatever area we're going to be heading into, I will do it next time.
Do none of you seek honor? Finally, someone approaches me. I was worried that this town's courage had drained away with the water. You seem a woman who knows her way around a battlefield. Are you willing to put those skills to the test? Not personally, no. On behalf of Lord Yun, I'm here to find a skilled warrior who can deal with a unique problem. The Great Southern Forest, which lies north of this village, suffers from a terrible disease.
Doesn't answer
Every
anything.
tree within its borders sickens, and the place is infested with ghosts of all manners. If we did, would I be here? Lord Yun, my master, seeks a way to open the forest again and make it safe for travel. He is prepared to reward whoever aids him. Our men are no match for the ghosts in the forest. Perhaps you are. As I said, the trees in the Great Southern Forest sicken, and the paths fill with vicious ghosts. No caravan dares to travel its depths, cutting off huge sections of the south from the Empire's heart, and Lord Young collects no taxes when no one travels his lands. You must leave Tien's Landing via the gate and follow the roadway to the north. The forest is but a short journey away, and Lord Yun makes his camp at the base of a hill, which should be easy to find. The path there is relatively safe, but travel beyond his camp and things worsen considerably. Go safely, and remember what I've said. Lord Yun needs the help of able warriors like yourself.
Alright, so I'm going to call it here. In the next episode, apparently, we are going into the forest. So I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm going to save. And I will see you probably sometime later today. Bye-bye for now.